Every year, our family had a ritual. At the end of December, we would fly out for a short vacation, usually to the same quiet place by the sea. I worked an ordinary office job, buried in deadlines and data, but my wife came from a family that was anything but ordinary. Her parents were highly respected, disciplined, ambitious, and influential in their fields. From the outside, our lives looked perfect, but perfection, as I've learned, can hide the deepest cracks. From the beginning, I tried to earn my place in this family. They valued achievement, control, and discipline, traits I admired but often felt I lacked. Every dinner conversation seemed like a test, every gesture a silent evaluation of my worth. I wanted to prove myself, not just as a husband, but as someone who truly belonged. We had our routines, fitness sessions, dinners, and the occasional theater visit. Outwardly, everything ran smoothly, yet beneath the surface, something was shifting. I found myself observing, questioning, wondering why warmth felt so rare in a family that seemed to have everything. One evening at the gym, I caught myself drifting in thought. The conversation around me faded, replaced by a subtle feeling I couldn't quite name, an unsettling awareness of how distant I felt from my own wife, and how drawn I was to what this family represented. Confidence, control, poise. It wasn't attraction. It was fascination mixed with confusion. At dinner that night, the tension was invisible to anyone else. Polite laughter, formal talk, and hidden exhaustion filled the air. Every move felt scripted. I tried to contribute, but it was as though I was playing a role someone else had written for me. When I accidentally dropped a fork and ducked under the table to retrieve it, I realized how small and awkward I felt among people who carried themselves like they owned the room. After dinner, as we returned home, I caught a reflection in the hallway mirror, my own face, expressionless and tired. I realized that what I envied most wasn't status or beauty, it was certainty. Everyone seemed sure of who they were, everyone except me. That night, sleep wouldn't come. I made tea in the dark, replaying moments from the day, wondering when I had started feeling like an outsider in my own marriage. Then quiet footsteps echoed from the hallway. Someone else was awake. We spoke softly, about nothing in particular, but beneath the calm words was something heavier. A shared understanding that none of us were truly happy, that our family was built on rituals meant to distract us from what was missing. The next morning, nothing was said. We smiled, packed our things, and prepared for the upcoming trip. Another attempt to escape the monotony. Thailand was supposed to be a time to reconnect, to rest, to heal, but it only deepened the silence between us. Under the bright sun, we laughed for the cameras, pretended everything was fine, and played our parts perfectly. But when night came, the laughter faded. Each of us was alone with our thoughts, haunted by questions we couldn't ask out loud. When we finally returned home, the distance between us was no longer invisible. It lingered in every glance, every word unspoken. We went back to our usual routines, but nothing felt normal anymore. Sometimes I still think about those nights, about what was said, what wasn't, and what it all meant. It wasn't a story about betrayal or passion. It was about loneliness, the kind that grows quietly in perfect-looking homes. The kind that makes you question where you belong, even when surrounded by people you love. I learned that secrets don't always involve actions. Sometimes the most dangerous ones live inside us, hidden in our thoughts, waiting to be confronted.